Commanders Fan TV, the channel where every behind-the-scenes move hits like an 80-yard touchdown in the heart of the fan base. Have you ever stopped to think that sometimes the biggest revolutions for a team don't happen on the field, but between the lines of interviews and quiet practices, or even in trades nobody saw coming? If you feel the Commanders like a call from the heart, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and subscribe now to Commanders Fan TV, because here, every piece of news hits with intensity of a Sunday in Landover. Dominique Hampton. A name you might have never screamed from the stands, but one that could become the loudest roar of our defense this season. The kid who once became the most used defensive player in Huskies history is now ready to stop being a project and start being a monster. Ken Norton Jr. didn't mince words. He transformed his body, mastered a playbook, and now commands the defense. He doesn't just play, he understands the game. And when a linebacker understands the game, he becomes dangerous. The NFL better watch out. And if you thought Hampton was the name of the hour, Austin Ekeler has something to say. And it's no small matter. After leading the NFL in touchdowns 2 seasons in a row, you'd expect respect, right? But what did he get from the Chargers? Disrespect. We're not going to pay you what you're worth, but we won't trade you unless we get a first-rounder. That broke the player's heart, and ours too. But you know what they didn't expect? That this pain would turn into a hunger to win. Now, Ekeler is with us. In a rejuvenated offense, alongside Jaden Daniels, surrounded by weapons, motivated, and most importantly, valued. He learned from the pain. And players with memories punish opponents. And when you thought the drama had ended, Deebo Samuel enters like a hurricane. He's not just a wide receiver. He's a hybrid of offensive chaos. A player who redefines positions. And when Brock Purdy, the guy Deebo helped lift when no one believed, comes out and says, "He's my brother. He gave me confidence when I was the last in line." That says everything about the character and leadership we're bringing in. And when Purdy warns, Deebo is playing with a chip on his shoulder this year, hold on tight. Because a motivated Deebo, Samuel wrecks defenses. With Jaden Daniels launching, running, improvising, the opposing defense will never know where the blow is coming from. And when it hits, it'll hurt. But now, what truly makes my blood boil? Analysts are suggesting using Luke McCaffrey as trade bait? Hold up. A kid who just got here, who hasn't even had the chance to show his worth, is already being tossed around as a piece? That's not strategy. That's short-sightedness. Yes, he had few snaps. Yes, his production was limited. But what about the learning curve? What about development? Trading away promise for desperation is throwing away the future because you can't wait. McCaffrey has the bloodline, the name, and the mindset. And that, my friends, isn't something you throw away out of urgency. So now I ask you, fan, are you ready for this new era? For Hampton to explode, for Ekeler to silence the critics, for Deebo to ignite the field, and for young guys like McCaffrey to prove their worth? If you believe in what's being built, smash that like button, share this video with other fans who won't accept mediocrity, and subscribe to Commanders Fan TV. Because here, the voice of the stands becomes the headline, and the next legend might be writing his story right now. Commanders Fan TV, the voice that screams what the fans feel. And now breaking news behind the scenes has left the Burgundy and Gold Nation divided, confused, and furious. Luke McCaffrey might be traded. Yes, you heard right. The same Luke McCaffrey, who came into the NFL bearing the weight of a legendary name and the hope of a bright future, is now being floated as a trade piece to bolster the edge rush. And what's more shocking? This idea is gaining traction before we've even seen what he can really do on the field. Douglas Fritz, an analyst at Clutch Points, openly suggested involving McCaffrey in a deal for a more experienced pass rusher. The argument? That the Commanders' WR room is too deep and McCaffrey was underproductive in his rookie season. But is it fair to judge a rookie with such a short yardstick? He started just 4 games, with a basic playbook, in a shaky offense, with limited snaps. Were we expecting Justin Jefferson in 4 games? That completely ignores the reality of NFL player development. McCaffrey was a 3rd-round pick, not a fluke. He was chosen for his tactical IQ, reliable hands, precise routes, and most importantly, competitive soul. You don't throw away players like that for a temporary fix, no matter how badly it's needed. And if the pass rush needs help, Don't blame a receiver who barely had time to warm up. Tossing young talent into the trade market reeks not of strategy, but panic. Do you really want to trade the future for a gamble? Watch another talent explode on another team while we sit with regret. Because that's exactly what could happen. McCaffrey has everything it takes to flourish. And with Deebo Samuel in the lineup, with Ekeler creating space, and Jaden Daniels dishing passes with confidence, this kid could be the surprise weapon. The perfect complement. A slot receiver no one saw coming. A hidden ace. Now the question echoes like thunder in the hearts of Commanders fans. Are you with Fritz or with McCaffrey? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button if you believe the future needs time to grow, and subscribe to Commanders Fan TV, where the emotion is raw, the truth unfiltered, and the Commanders shield beats with your heart. Luke McCaffrey is more than numbers. He is a project. And projects don't get abandoned. If you believe in that, shout with us. Enough with the short-sightedness. Luke McCaffrey is ours and deserves to stay. Look, I don't know about you, but as a Commanders fan, I'm tired of seeing promising talent treated like disposable trash. Seeing Luke McCaffrey's name tossed into trade talks like a generic chess piece makes my stomach turn. What kind of short-term memory is this? What kind of cruel impatience with a kid who just got here? Let's be real, Luke McCaffrey is much more than 18 catches or 168 yards. That's what spreadsheets say. But if that's all you see, then you don't understand the spirit of football. This is a player from a family that breathes the game. A guy who takes the challenge head-on, learns fast, trains like every rep is a Super Bowl. A kid who, even as a rookie, carried the weight of a giant last name and never looked down. And now we've got suit-and-tie analysts with stat sheets calling him expendable. Worth some random edge rusher? No, sir. Not here. Not on my team. Because if we don't have patience with our young players, who's going to build our future? If every talent that takes more than a year becomes trade bait, what's left of our identity? Luke McCaffrey isn't just a promise. He's a symbol of process, of long-term vision. And in a team trying to change its culture, finally becoming a serious organization, this short-term thinking has to stop. Some say, oh, but he didn't score a TD. And I say, did you see the chaos that was our offense last year? You're blaming the rookie? Give me a break. Let the kid work. Give him the time every wideout needs. Let him grow alongside Jaden Daniels and Deebo Samuel, because only then will we see his true worth. And if the front office dares trade him, be ready to see him shine elsewhere. Because, my friend, you don't sell talent. You cultivate it. And here's my war cry, fans. If you believe rookies need time, if you want to see McCaffrey blow up in Burgundy and Gold, if you're part of the resistance against rash decisions, then comment below, like, and subscribe to Commanders Fan TV. This channel is ours. This voice is ours. And this passion is not for sale. Luke McCaffrey is one of us. And you don't abandon your own. Fan reaction. Trading McCaffrey now is burying a dream before it's even born. Do you know what the biggest mistake a team can make is? Giving up on a player before seeing what he's really capable of. That's what they're trying to do with Luke McCaffrey. Trade a kid still taking his first steps in the NFL, who barely had time to breathe in the locker room, as if he were dead weight. But I'm telling you, from the heart of someone who lives every Commander's snap like it's the last, McCaffrey is way more than what cold stats show. He's effort, grit, young blood ready to honor the jersey. Someone who joined a rebuilding project and gave it his all, knowing it wouldn't be easy. And now, when he needs support the most, people want to shove him out the door. No, the fans won't accept that. Because every team that rises from the ashes does it with a strong foundation, with players who grow in the club, who learn the system, who become part of the locker room's DNA. McCaffrey can be that kind of player. Not a ready-made star, but a spark waiting to ignite. You want an edge rusher? Fine. But not at the cost of a kid who hasn't even had the chance to shine. Final word, a warning and a declaration of pride. To the front office, be careful with haste. To the analysts, look beyond the stats. And to the fans, don't let our foundation slip away. Luke McCaffrey can still make us proud. And when that day comes, let it be with a Commander's crest on his chest. So if you believe the future isn't for sale, if you believe McCaffrey deserves more than stats on a spreadsheet, Then like, comment, share, and subscribe to Commanders Fan TV. Here, every heartbeat from the fanbase becomes news. And today, that news is crystal clear. Luke deserves to stay, and he's going to prove a lot of people wrong.